Hello, folks. Welcome to something a little bit different to the usual League of Legends content. Got myself some really fancy Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards, namely the collector gift bundle that came out today. It's very late on at night. It's finally getting a chance to open it. Thought I'd open it all with you. So we got ourselves quite a lot to work with. This is the beauty we managed to pick up. Here we go. Look at this beautiful beastie. Have a look down there as well. There you go. Look at it all being very shiny. Ooh, very nice. That's where the label was with the price tag. I got it for just over RRP, so relatively happy. Got it about for 110 odd euros, which is pricey considering the RRP is about 90. But from where I am at the minute, that was about as good as it was going to get. I had a look all over the city, and I was seeing some pretty obscene price at a friend of mine in London. Showed me one going for 250 pounds, and both me and her screamed internally about that one and moved on with our days. Happy we managed to pick up something a little bit more reasonably priced. But this contains some really cool stuff. It's got 16 traditional foil and 16 extended or regular basic lands, quite important. It's got a cool special oversized spin down life counter, which is also kind of cool. But importantly here, you get 9 of those regular boosters, but also that gold dust right now in MTG, one of the collector boosters. I'm so excited I actually got a hold of one for not an obscene amount of money. Not that this was cheap, of course, but relatively speaking, this has been the most affordable way I've found to get a hold of one in alongside some other value as well. I also get 2 extended foil extended art legends, as they're called, apparently, and that can be quite cool, as well as it being a very pretty box and stuff to keep all the things in. So let's get cracking and opening this damn thing, shall we? As we keep on looking on forwards. So where's the thing to open it? I think it is over here on this side. So let's have a look. I think we tear this way down? Yes? No? There's some arrows this way? Oh god, this is scary. Can't be that hard, can it? I mean, it can. Ah, I'm tearing the wrong bit. That's a good start. Oh, this is a bad thing. I'm really scared. I don't want to rip the things I shouldn't rip. Ugh. Is that what I should be ripping? I don't think it is. I think it's going to be over here. I'm very scared. I don't want to mess this up. It's my first one of these I've done. That feels a bit more normal. There we go. Success. Not even close, baby. Right. Opens up there. There we go. And we'll see if we can pull this out from inside. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. And we get a really cool looking Final Fantasy Ifrit and Dion poster thing. That's beautiful art. Look at that. Gorgeous. Hang on, I'll hold it up here. 5 and then Dion on the other side, upside down. There's Bahamut. That's pretty cool. We're going to keep this. I guess we'll keep this over here for a moment. We'll find somewhere to put that a bit more judiciously later. The box can go down here. This, however, it's going to stay up here. So I'll sort of show you that on here if we can. Very pretty indeed. Look at this beautiful box. It's gorgeous. It's got Clive's Ifrit versus Dion's Bahamut there on the front. Really, really cool. So, before we go too much further as well, what I am looking for in this set, if you look on that side of the screen, you'll see those are my chase cards I'm hunting for. I really, really, really want Lightning Army of One. I love that card. I love Lightning in general. I think she's a super cool character. I really like 13 as a game. I'm one of those guys. My first proper Final Fantasy, and Lightning was one of the coolest women out there doing cool things, and her Gunblade was kick-ass. I am sad it didn't get an equipment card, but Lightning Army of One with that stagger ability, it's so thematically cool. That art in particular is stunning. A friend of mine's already got a copy, so if I don't pull it at some point, I might just buy it off them because they're not quite as in love with it, but I'd love to actually pull it, especially if I can get it from the collector booster. Be a dream come true. So here's hoping. Maybe we'll come back to this at the end of the video and be very happy indeed. The other two, of course, are the 2 regular chase cards in this set, namely Vivi Orniter and, of course, Sephiroth Fabled Soldier, which does have that flip side as well, both of which are crazy good right now, going for a crazy amount of money. They're also really cool. Alongside that, of course, inside the collector booster, there are some potential options for some of the serialized cards. Things like the Traveling Chocobo out there, and the neon versions of that can be pretty damn cool. Some of those are going for obscene amounts. I mean, like 6 grand. 6 grand I saw one going for earlier today, which is pretty damn nuts. If we pull one of those, that's immediately getting sealed away, and we'll have to find out what we're doing about it, whether we're putting that in a bank vault or selling that on, or maybe keeping it even. I think we'd be using proxies to play with that one. I couldn't bring myself to play with 6 grand's worth of cardboard. That would be truly heinous indeed. But here we art. So, shall we get on with it? I'll open it up here, perhaps a bit easier for you all to see. Very nice box, it has to be said, actually. I'm really liking that. And you can sort of see there's a cool little split section. We can keep the cards in this part. I wonder if we can take out the... looks like we can, in fact, take out some of the side paneling here for some of the cool pop-out art. Here's the spin-down dice. Very pretty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. 20-sided. I think this is going to be a 20-sided dice, isn't it? Must be. What's our first roll? 16. Appropriate, considering it's a Final Fantasy 16 box. I'll take that. Put this back in here. I guess we can also keep some of the cards in there. But look, you can sort of see there are some pop-out bits here. There's some +1/+1 counters on here. Some of the arts, we can pop that out later for additional value. But, of course, first pack of the day. And, of course, and I'll show you it's in here. Here's the last pack. Oh, yes. Look at that beauty. That going to be waiting for us at the end of the day. I think we've got a couple extra arty bits in here as well. We need to look at some lands and stuff. So let's start with the play boosters, shall we? And if we get any foils, they're immediately going to get sleeved. And we've got some ones of these as well. If we get anything seriously high value, we'll try and triple sleeve them and get them in here as well and keep them nice and safe. In fact, I might even go get, if we pull out something crazy valuable, I've got some outer sleeves to go so we can triple/quadruple sleeve some of the cooler bits. But let's get going for now and keep going. So, first pack of the day. Can we do this smoothly? Oh, it's looking pretty good so far. There we go. Oh, no, it's a bit of a tear. I've done better. I've done better. Move that off to the side. What art series did we get? Ooh, very nice. That's, where's that one from? That is, drum roll. Rabanastra, Raw City. There we go. And we've got ourselves a couple lands in here as well. Insomnia in foil. Very nice. All of colours. Barrett in foil. To sleeve these in a second or two. Ooh! Oh, Golbez. Look at this beastie. Clearly comes slightly inverted. I'm going from the nice cards down, but I'm okay with this for a first one. Normally you do the commons up, but here we are. This is a lovely one. I've been looking all over for this one. It's very, very nice because it does a lot of work with artifacts. I've got Noctis already. Really, really, really cool card. And it's in the number as well. Oh, look at that number art. Extended number art. Beautiful. And at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Artifacts matter, folks. Look at this. Beautiful. Right, that's going to get sleeved up very fast. And then we got ourselves subquest, side quest, catch a fish, which is, of course, a double-sided. Also becomes a land, which is kind of good fun. Black Waltz number 3. I've already got a couple of these ones. So I'll probably end up selling one of those on, but that's quite cool. Galuf's Final Act. Ooh, don't have this one. New card. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/0 and gains. When this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on top of one target creature. Fun. So that's quite a cool one. Potentially be a useful one in my Galadriel deck. Realm Sketching. This is fun. Does some tokenizing of things. You can copy things. Crossroads Village. Well, that's a nice land. Dreams of Laguna. I should probably split these up. There we go. Probably the better way of doing it. Dreams of Laguna. Get the cat. Sahagin. Shinra Reinforcements. And Bard's Bow. Fun. Right, let's get those moved somewhere, shall we? I'm going to have to start getting a little pile. And we'll sleeve up our cool cards we picked up here. Golbez first. That's a cool one. Very happy with that. Actually, we do that the correct way around. There we go. And we'll keep you up here for now, shall we? A bit shiny, is it? Where's the best place to keep stuff? We are getting a little cramped on here, it has to be said. Go up there. Should have thought that one through a little better, hey, Sam? Well, we can put that there, and this can come down here, perhaps. Might be our best bet. We'll keep them all in order. And the art card, go in here, perhaps. Nice. Right, let's get our next pack, as we'll sleeve up our foils, because they do tend to crumple. Pringle, do your Final Fantasy cards. Just leaving them nice and early helps them keep their shape, which is really important. And a Final Fantasy 15 card there. Keep our foils over here. And go in their own pile, perhaps. Where are we going to keep those, huh? Running out of space already. Not a good sign. Perhaps we'll move this over here. And this can go over here. There we go. There's our little foil pile. There's our commons, our rare, our uncommons, our rares, and our foils, which makes some sense, I think. Next pack. Another one. Right, so we're going to open this one a bit more reasonably. I was doing this so fine by myself, but there's something about doing it on camera that immediately takes all the skill out of yours. See, it's all gone wrong. Got some of the plastic there already. My inability to do this in a dignified manner. Not an experienced card video opening person. See if we get this the correct way around again. I think we haven't actually, so I think we're going to have to do this slightly differently. Here's our art. Walter Messier, very lovely. Go into the bundle. See what we get first, shall we? Drum roll. Oh, suplex, fun. Suplex the train. It's a great meme. The Japanese apparently don't get that meme. It's only a Western meme. Still kind of fun, I find. Chocobo kick. This is a fun one. It's another one of those bird ones. You can do some cool things with landfall on it. And you can do some cool damage with it as well, which is kind of fun. We've got Marlborough. It can be a Swamp Cycler, which is nice, but it's only Swamp Cycling 2. They've turned the cycling down from 1 to 2 because it was getting a bit busted at 1. The Aerith Rescue Mission. Take the elevator or take the 99 flights of stairs. Or 59, I apologize, not quite that many. It's a fun reference to Final Fantasy VII. One of the weirder choices you have to make. Rook Turret. Ooh, artifact creature. See, this will work really well with Golbez, as we kind of saw earlier. When another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So it can be quite a nice one to cycle through some stuff. Magic Pot. Another artifact creature. And you can do some treasure tokeny fun things with that one. Ooh, here's our first uncommon. Auron's Inspiration. Attacking creatures gain +2/0 until the end of the turn. Important you don't have to do just yours. You can do other people's with that to mess things up. And you got flashback on it, so you can do it twice. For 3, it's not a bad card. Probably want it more for theming than necessarily it's true bad, but it's not a bad combat trick, especially because you can use it on things that aren't yours. You can get a bit fun. Ether, hey, this is quite a cool one. Artifact. Exile this artifact, add a blue mana. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell and choose new targets for the copy, which is kind of fun. So you can basically use this as a spell duplicator, which is kind of cool if you use it correctly. Caught my camera there. Apologies, guys. Chocobo Racetrack. I think we've got a double-sided card there as well by the looks of it. Landfall, whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 bird creature token, which of course is very entertaining. So you get a cool artifact for landfall, which is nice. And this is a double-sided. So this is what it is on the other side. On the first side, it's one of the side quests, Hunt for the Mark. I believe this is from Final Fantasy 12, isn't it? Which is you can destroy creatures when it enters, and if a creature died under an opponent's control this turn, create a treasure token. If you have lots of treasures, you can transform it, and you get Yearsmat, the ultimate mark. And the important thing with this one is you can sacrifice this for an artifact, and importantly, this can be then an artifact sack for people like Noctis and for Golbez. You gain indestructible, and it will get tapped to keep it alive, which can be quite nice. It's still a very cool card. Hey, the Regalia. The Boymobile. You love it. It's ramp in a vehicle. It's kind of cool. I'll have it in an Noctis deck. Nice. We'll sleeve that in a second. What else do we get? Oh, Hugo! Fun. One of the FCA cards. It's Bruce Tal. It's Bruce Tal. That's the correct one. It's Boris Herder. He's quite cool. You can give people double strike. That'll be going in the lightning deck if we pick a hold of her. That's cool. Leave that one as well. What do we get next? Ooh, Memories Returning. Final Fantasy 8. This is a weird card. It's kind of Oh, it's the one where your opponents choose two sides of things and you get to choose one or the other. But this one is kind of like you pick one, then they pick one, then they pick one, you pick one kind of weirdness where you get to sort of draw the number 1, 3, and 5 best cards you draw from this card. That wasn't very elegantly put, but it's kind of a cool card. And we'll need to make sure we sleeve that in a second. And what do we get last? Oh, a shiny forest. Nice. Let's sleeve these foils before they start doing the pringling thing. Put them all in a folder a little later on after I was going to say stream. I'm so used to streaming. Again, we tend to put them in with the opening on the bottom because then you can put them into sleeves. This way around, you kind of double seal them with the air being blocked away as much as you can, which is kind of helpful. You go next. I'm beginning to see a flaw in this. If I put them on the piles immediately, I have to undo the pile. Which is a bit problematic. There we go. Still got Golbez, who is really, really cool. Let's neaten these piles up over here, shall we? Pull them in a bit more so you can see them, eh? Might be a bit better. There we go, something like that. I'm aware you can't actually see that one very easily. Maybe there is a bit better. And then here's our foils. Put that back there. Get our next pack, eh? What are we getting next? Let's have a look. Is this your card? No, it's mine. No. Sucks to be only watching on in jealousy. Actually, I wish you all the best of luck with your pulls yourselves, guys. Can we pull one of the shiny things? Right, it's again... So it's really weird, because the ones you buy from stores tend to have it so that the art is on here, and you can flip it around, and your common will be on this side. Or your token, in this case. But I'm pretty sure, once again... See, this one... Yeah, this is, again, doing it a little inverted, but there's our hero token, which will slide off into the collector box. Let's have a look what we get for our common, shall we? Item shopkeep. Hey, it's quite a cool one. Can do some fun things with equip, and it gets menace on helping people with equips, which is quite cool. Let's have a look at the next one. I'll tell you what, I'm considering this again. Maybe we move that like there, that like there, that like there. And we can have our foils there. That way we can see everything sort of as we go. That's probably a bit better setup, isn't it? There we go. Only took us half a video to figure it out. Grand Pulse Ultra. Hey, Final Fantasy 13 card. Hell yes. For 1. For 8 mana, until the end of turn, this creature gets +1/+1 for each permanent card in your graveyard, which is quite funny. It's quite good in anything with sort of Golgari colors. It's kind of a reference to the game as well, because you beat the big one or the little one, and the massive one would come out. It'd be an absolute nightmare. You have to do some really crazy things to beat that thing up. It was one of your hunts, so to speak. This is a really horrifying art. Look at this horrible monster. Look at that beastie. Does some cool things where you can exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. And you can also destroy some. So got some versatility, but not the best card of all time. Kefka being a dick is quite good fun. You can also destroy equipment, which is quite valuable with that. It's a very expensive removal, but it is also artifact removal, so situationally quite cool. You're not alone. This one just reminds me of Scott Pilgrim. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. If you control 3 or more creatures, it gets +4/+4 up until the end of turn instead. So you can do some cool stuff if you're in a go wide deck. Retrieve the Esper, Final Fantasy VI. It creates artifact creatures, which is quite cool. And it also has flashback with some fun mechanics on that one. Should be our first uncommon. No, it's not. I spoke too soon. It's a flying one. You get to put some +1/+1 cards. It's quite expensive, though, for what this is. It's plain cycling, too. But for a 2/3 for 5, not enough in my one. Ooh, Tombury. There we go. This horrible little horror. Can't do it on the first turn. Very funny. But on your turn, it has First Strike and Death Touch, which is kind of cool. Raidia's Return. Choose one creature control, get +3 and +3 until the end of turn, which is quite nice. Or return up to 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. So Recursion or a bit of Amp, which is quite cool. Tidus does some cool things with artifacts, +1/+1 counters on Tidus. And whenever he attacks, target creature and opponent controls, which can be quite cool. We got Louis Streu's Sacrifice. This is the minor spelling mistake guy. This is a really good spell. This is a really, really, really good spell. I've not pulled this one yet. I'm actually really happy about this. So additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a legendary creature or pay 2. Counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell. So you can counter triggered and activated abilities with this, which is theoretically nuts. You can do some really cool things with this. It's a very, very cool card. Leave that down there because we'll need to sleeve that immediately. We got Counterspell as well. There we go. The FCA art. That's a nice one. And what did we get? It's be one of our foils. Ooh, Ash Princess of Damaska. Does some cool things. You can go artifact hunting with this one, which is quite cool. And then we get Nation of Scholars. Where are we going to put our lands? I feel like we have a separate land pile if they're not foil. When we put just over there, again, it could be our land pile. And let's get these sleeved, shall we? All the fancy cards get sleeved immediately. The others can wait until afterwards. There we go. So one of our shinies. Pokemon speak coming out, by which I mean foil. There we go. That can go... I guess that can go on here. I'll keep the FCA cards in there as well. But this is great. Really happy with this one. This is a wonderful card. This is immediately going in my... I can go in any number of decks, actually. Probably my Ishtola deck. Maybe my Lord of the Nazgul deck. Very pleased with that. That's a great pull. And we keep going. How many have we got left? Oh, a few. Excellent news. Zoom. Ugh. Another hero token on the backside of it, which means we'll need to do the flipping of things around again. That can go back in here. Yashel Greens. Bird things again. Hectize. Does some annoying things to enemy. Let down a little bit. It's not getting caught onto the leg of my camera. Oh, this is another one of the wizard creation creatures, which is quite cool. Works really well in Rakdos and Izzet. Dragoon's Wyvern. From Castleguard. Sage Nulties. Ariman. Hey, Overkill. Great card. -999. Gets around indestructible, which is quite nice with this. So you can get rid of quite a lot of very annoying creatures, that one. And it's an instant, which is always good. Queen Brana. Speaking of ones that do cool things with creating black wizard creatures. Ooh, I saw a spoiler there. Apologies. That's a flip card. Ignis. Who does some fun landfall stuff. I come up with a new recipe. You create food tokens with that, which is quite cool. And here is our flip card. So what is our other side? Garland, Knight of Cornelia. And if you cast a non-creature spell, Surveil 1. You can pay a hell of a lot of mana. That's what, 7 mana? Oof. Including 2 red and 2 black. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield transformed. Chaos the Endless. Flying. And when Chaos dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. So 5/5 flying. Expensive, but quite cool nonetheless. Choco! Fun card. I've actually already got a copy of this, but this is really cool. So I'm trying to think what to do with that. I might have to sell that on, perhaps. It is really cool. But this is a fantastic card with birds. So whenever one or more birds you control attack, look at that many cards on the top of your library. You may put one of them into your hand, then put any number of land cards from them onto the battlefield, tapped, and the rest into your graveyard. So basically, you get insane ramp. You get to put creatures immediately into things, and you get landfall triggers from all of those lands coming in. So you want to stick your deck full of lands and just keep hunting for cool things. I want me to make sure we put that one in. Omega. Oh no, I got this one. I've got this one already, but it's actually a really cool card again. It's not a flip one. But this one does some cool things where you tap a lot of things and you put some stun counters on it. And you get to do cool things, particularly if you control non-basic lands, which is quite good fun. Our last card is Island. The Final Fantasy 13 one with the Vestige, which I do quite like. Yeah. Go in our shinies pile, foil pile. I've got Choco. Hey, second copy of Choco. See what to do with some of these. Probably trade them off if we can. Next pack. Let's go. Again, not got a clean opening of a pack today. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. And I'm knocking my cards all over the place. Good grief. It's all going wrong. That's a lie. I've got cool cards to open. It's all going right. Hero token. See what we get, eh? Airship crash. Resentful Revolution. Sephiroth going mad. Always a fun card. GF Ifrit from Final Fantasy VIII. Cool Saga enchantment. Cerberus is the really cool one from that as well. As long as you get control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +2/+2, so it does some cool things with landfall decks. Or ones that like to use a lot of lands. Slash of Light, as opposed to Overkill, but very similar. Do some cool things with if you've got equipment and number of creatures, which can be quite cool. Scorpion Sentinel, artifact creature. And again, lots of things with lands. Fate of the Suncrest. Grahatia, hey, fun one from Final Fantasy 14. Demon War, I think that's 14 again. Another two-sided card, got a bit of a spell there. Clash of the Icons. Target you control fights target creature and opponent controls, which can be quite cool. Remove a lore counter from target saga, so that's really nice. Put a lore counter on target saga you control, so you can do some cool things with playing with sagas with that one. Speaking of sagas, could potentially just keep all of that damage rolling, which can be quite nice. And there's the other side of it and how you get to it. You've got to do some exiling it for a fair amount of mana. It is quite cool. Wandering Minstrel, hey, fun cards. Specifically with all of those multicolored land drop things you can do. Magic Damper. It's a bit of a combat trick and gives you hexproof for 1 in 4. Very nice. Our last card. Golden Town of Ruin. There we go. Just leave them up, boys. Yeah, it's quite like a shore up. If you've seen that one, which is quite helpful. All right. Here we go again. I can't open a pack cleanly to save my life today. I don't know what it is. Must be something in these collector boosters, not the collector boosters, the collector gift bundle packs. That's what I'm blaming it on. The cards are all in the wrong order. What's our token this time? A hero token again. No spoilers. Shinra reinforcements. Call of the Mountain Chocobo. That really cool Land for 1. Gooblu. Magic Damper. In fact, we've just seen that one again. Of course, that one was in foil. Magitech inventory. Oh, this pile's getting a bit full, isn't it? Let's move this down a bit, shall we? Maybe we need a second commons pile. That might not be a bad idea. Well, neaten that bit up as well. Better viewing experience. Went to flip those over immediately. So that's where I'm at in life. Oh, cute bunny scout. Eject. Eject. This is a bit of a weird one because the mana cost for what you get is a bit weird. Because you actually get, so you get a draw to replace itself, which is worth about 1 or 2. Return target land, which is like again 1 or 2, and it can't be counted. So it kind of all adds up. It's just like, do you really want all 3 of those on the same one? Depending on what target, what you're returning, and instant speed can be quite good, but it's a bit situational, I think. Cool art thing. Bromto. Selfie shot. But first, let me take a selfie. I got another one around. Garnet, there we go. Can do some cool things with lore counters on your sagas, and that'll be a 2-sided one. SideQuest card collection. That's appropriate, isn't it? That's appropriate, isn't it? Good grief. And there's the other side of it. Summon Knight of the Round. One of the mythic rares. This is such a good card. Nice. Create 3 2/2 White Knight creature tokens for 4 turns. 3 creatures out of nowhere. And you get ultimate end. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until the end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them. And the counters, of course, aren't going anywhere. So you get a load of indestructible creatures, which is nuts. Is nuts. That's a really cool card. Ooh, and a number art for our bound Bull of Alamigo. Oh, very lovely. Very lovely indeed. All pay life equal to Raubon's power. So basically, people have to pay life for however strong this guy gets. Whenever Raubon attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target attacking creature, which can be quite cool. And what do we get? Undercity Rat. Nice. Rats. And our last card is a Shiny Plains. Nice. Get those wrapped up. There's some cool cards in that one. Knights of the Round is a really good card. Happy with that one. See if I can fit that in a deck somewhere. Come down here. It's a mythic. It's our first mythic rare of the day, actually, that one, isn't it? Maybe that needs its own pile. I can go straight in a lightning deck as well, though. Very lovely. And it's indestructible as well, just in general. So you get like 5 turns of this indestructible creature that's like immediately spamming you for an additional 3 creatures, which is very lovely indeed. Where am I? I was going to go find another. I was like, where am I looking for? I need to go get another pack. How are we doing? We've got 3 more regulars to do, and then we got the extra bits. Nearly at the collector booster, guys. Surely this one will open normally. I was doing it again. No. Don't know what it is about my technique today. Maybe it's just the temperature in my room. Maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I'm born with it. Hero token. There's a rat again. Blazing bomb. Kind of a fun one. Blitzball shot. Hell yeah. Instant. 3/3 trample and haste. Or is there actually a haste? No, it's just 3/3 and trample. That's still quite good. Rook turret. Cool. Adventurers in. There's a land. Oops. Hack my camera on the way to put the land down. Sorry about that, guys. Valkyrie aerial unit does cost less for the amount of artifacts you have, which can be quite nice. Ooh, Samurai's Katana, also very lovely. Murasame. Renoa Heartily. Whenever Renoa Heartily attacks, create a white dog token, which is quite cool. Angelo Cannon. There's a lot of throwing dogs people in this. Game up between that and Rufus. Torgal, speaking of dogs, Fine Hound. In the woodblock art as well. Lovely. I think we'll probably will make sure to sleeve that. That's the one. Ishgard Holy Sea. Look at that art. Beautiful. Faith and Grief. Return up to toe target artifact and or enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. Very lovely. Land enter stamp, but it's a cool land / sorcery thing. And it's a town. Ooh, Deadly Dispute. There's an additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice an artifact creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token. Very lovely. Very lovely. But you do, in fact, get draw and treasure tokens, which is quite cool. There's a nice art on that one, too. Baron Rival. Where's that one from? 4? Yeah. And Marlborough and Shiny. Now, last card, drum roll. Just regular planes. Right, let's sleeve some of these up. I can probably slide straight into my Lord of the Nazgul deck, I think. Oh, is that the wrong? Oh, I've just picked up a random extra sleeve that's in the wrong size. Oh, that's okay. At the end of well, that's not a foil one, so it doesn't have to be the perfect fit. Ishgard, Holy Sea. Very lovely. Can go in a lot of decks, that one. And there's Torgal. Who's a good boy. He does some cool things with dog and human things. And he's also a mana. Mana dork. That's what I think. Mana. I just didn't finish that sentence. Second to last pack before we get towards some of our cooler potential cards. All right, what have we got? Nice. Oh, I see the plastics. The sleeve is reflecting the light. That's a bit annoying. Sorry about that, guys. Not too much I can do about that with my ring light, though. What's our token? Oh, it's a bit of an art series. We'll have a look. Ooh, Shantoto. Look at that with the little signing on it. Very lovely. Vincent's Limit Break. Thunder Magic is my girl Lightning. Want the actual card, though, guys. Commune with beavers. Guys, speak beaver. Combat tutorial. I'm going to have to start splitting this off, aren't I? Weapons Vendor. That was our first card we pulled, I think, today. Instant Ram. Actually, it was Golbez, wasn't it? Because we did it the wrong way around the first time round. Lunatic Pandora. Poison the Waters. Very lovely. Summon Fenrir. Magitech Armor. Capital City. We'll land that one. Tella, Great Sage. Ice Magic. And what's our last card? Drum roll. Ooh, a Wastes. Ooh, fun. And let's go sleeving that. Yoink. There we go. And Tell her the Great Sage. Go over here. Last regular booster pack. Let's see what we get. Ah. Whack. There we go. Couldn't get a clean tear all day. We'll have to be very careful with our collector booster pack, or I'm going to be very upset. Hero token. Cornered by black mages. Oh no. Haste magic. Double time. Town greeting. Ice flam. Slash of light. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Could do some fun things with keeping people tapped with that one. And the magic pod again. It's not quite pod agreed. Phantom train. Going off the rails on this phantom train. Quistis. She does some cool things with, you can cast other people's sorceries from their graveyards, which can be quite cool, that one. Random encounter. Final Fantasy, that's 2. Oh. Triple Triad. Ooh, I've not got this one. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles a top card of their library. Until the end of next turn, you may play the card you own exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way with lesser mana value than it without paying their mana costs. Oh, very fun. So the more expensive a thing you exile, the more you can play with it, which is quite cool. Firion Swordsmaster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've got the normal version of this. I don't have this one. Whenever you play, cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Card draw for Voltron decks. Love it. Samurai's Katana, shiny. Oh, that's quite a nice bit of appropriateness to go with our Swordsmaster, our last card. Standard Plains, the Final Fantasy 15 version. There we go. He's up there now. And a triple triad. Ooh, that light shine is a bit annoying, isn't it? Can we move it around to make it less bad? Maybe that's a bit better. Vaguely. Vaguely. The answer's not really. Unfortunate. All of these need piles. They're not so neat anymore. And of course, all my commons are off screen a little bit there. I can only apologize for that one, but we just ran out of space a little bit, I think. Right. Now we've got some decisions to make, folks. What order are we going to do these bits in? Oh. Oh, yes. Well, let's do our boring lands first, shall we? Then we'll do our extended one. Can I open this one normally? Oh, no, there's a little tear thing at the top here. Ah, I see it. That stresses me out a bit, but we've succeeded. Must be a load of cool lands. We've got a plains, 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 island, island, island. I think we're getting all the different arts, aren't we, look? We are getting all the different arts. There we go. So I was a bit low down there. I wasn't showing you properly. There you go. And a forest. And a forest. And a forest. and a wastes. And there's our reference cards. Aren't all that important right now. However, these are quite cool. There's all our different lands. Now, we get something a little bit different. So these will be all our foil lands, which should be quite cool. We need to open that over here. Already spotting something that's going in one of my decks. I'm getting a spoiler from this side from you guys. I do apologize. See-through packs, curses. Go this way round. Shiny wastes. I'm assuming we'll get basically all the same art, just in foil, which is lovely. I think we are. Look at that. Chocobo! Beautiful mountain. Very Lord of the Ringsy, that one. Swamp. 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 And this will be our blues. Island number 1 from Final Fantasy VIII. Island number 2 from Final Fantasy X. And island number 3 from Final Fantasy 13. And then our planes from 15, the road trip. 7th Heaven from Final Fantasy 7. And of course, from Final Fantasy 12. And here are our 2 extended art cards. I got spoiled on what the first one was. It's a good card for me. What do we get? Ooh, Zach in extended art. Very lovely. Cool card. This is a really good one for me. Sin, Unending Cataclysm. Look at this beauty. He's really good in counter decks. He's wonderful. When Sin dies, put his counters on target creature you control and shuffle this card into its owner's library. You can do some wicked stuff with keeping the counters alive with this one. Giant flying whale with flying and trample. He is an absolute beast of a card. Get that into an additional layer, shall we? There we go. One of our extended arts that can come down here. As can this. Put Sin on top. There we go. He's already got in my Galadriel deck and being really cool. Maybe we'll put this over here. Maybe that's the way to do it. There we go. Okay. Here's the big one, guys. Select a booster pack. Oh, it even feels different, actually. That's really interesting. They've got slightly different thickness here and stuff. That feels very, very different. I'm going to immediately sleeve a lot of these to keep them safe. See what we get. That's actually quite a lot tougher to get into. That's hilarious. A little tear up there. Oh, there is. Oh, interesting. Is this the way you're supposed... Well, that's the tear to actually open them that way. The problem is now I need to get in here without hurting the cards. So that's the corner off. Okay, you're supposed to open these a little differently. I'm going to keep the packaging of this. That's why I wanted to open it down the middle, but I've done it this way now. Curiosity got the better of me. There we go. That'll do. Okay. Assuming we've got... Yeah. There's our hero. There's our token. Hero token. Very lovely. Oh, the cards even feel different. Ready? Blitzball. Cool card. These are immediately all getting thrown in as many protective layers I can get adventurers in. Ice Flan. Dragoon's Lance. Gives me flying and jump stuff. Hey, realm sketching. Colosseum Bam. Barrett Wallace, full art. Ooh, nice. Got a lot of Barretts now. Ooh, Summon Shiva. Beautiful foil and the woodblock art. Right, it's immediately getting thrown in here for safety. Look at that beauty. Oh, gorgeous card. Here we go. Island. Yeah. Barts and Boko. Fun. Ooh, Vincent. Vengeful Atoner. Oh, full art. Nice. Dancer's Chakrams in full art. And I think this will be Joshua in full art then. Oh, there we go. Phoenix Dominant in full art. Ooh, and I think we've got double Phoenix? Holy moly, hang on. Inala Archmage Ritualist. Ooh, in some fun colors too. And Eminence. Whenever another non-token wizard you control enters, if Kuja is on the battle in the command zone or on the battlefield, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token as a copy of that wizard. The token gains haste. X at the beginning of your next end step. Tech 5 untapped wizards you control. Target player loses 1 life in foil as well. Number art. Foil. Phoenix. Oh, that is gorgeous. Problem with, of course, having your double-sided cards. You do get spoiled when you pull it. Look at that. Beautiful. I think we might keep this the other way around. But I want to look at this side. Look at that. Gorgeous. Got Shiva and Phoenix. And we got Kuja in foil. We got Phoenix multiple times, which is kind of crazy, actually. Mage Manufacturer. I don't actually know what to do with all these phoenixes. I think I've got this is like my 3rd phoenix. That's kind of wild. Dancer's Chakrams in the full art. These aren't foils, they're not as likely to bend. Barts and Boko very much are there. There's our Vengeful Toner. Also, very pretty art, that one. Look at that. Very lovely. Get that one in here because it is foil, and that will start to mess around if we're not careful. There's Barrett. Alas, no serialized cards this time around. Worth looking for. We didn't get it. Unfortunate. 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 Still got some cool cards in there. That Phoenix card alone is pretty cool. We didn't get any of our chase cards. Sad times. Not this time around. Not to be as yet. The card stock's actually different for the collector boost as well, which is really interesting. You can tell it feels a lot firmer. Have a look through our loot now, shall we? Have a bit of a double check on what we got. There's our hero token. Shiny hero token and treasure token. That's kind of fun in its own right, actually. Let's take that. It's probably the best to keep it like that. That's the thing. I won't be able to use it if it's both. There we go. Cool token. Right. Let's have a look through all of these, shall we? So, treasure token. Let's ball. Bench was in. Ice Flat. Goon Lance. Realm Sketching. Blossom Behemoth. Barrett, number 53. Barton Boko, number 2 for me in shiny then, which is very lovely. Vincent with the extended art. Dancer's Chakram with the extended art. Phoenix with the extended art. Part 1. Kuja Mage Manufacturer, the FCA in foil, which is very lovely. Phoenix Warden of Fire, foil number version. Oh, it's beautiful. And Shiva in woodblock. Sin in the extended art. And Zach with the extended art. And of course, our Knight of the Round, which is our mythic of the day. We'll have a look through our foils. We got Samurai's Katana, Ice Magic, Marlborough, Undercity Diorites, some Plains, a Damper, an Omega Heartless Evolution, Ash Prince of Damacy, another Forest, Insomnia Crown City, and there's a Barrett again, as we were talking about. Is he, he's a silver, he's a uncommon rather. A little bit more common there, in that sense. Here's our collector booster pack, which we'll be keeping nice and separate. Have a look at our cool pulls over here as well. Got triple triads, Firian Swordsmaster, Telegreat Sage, Ishgard Holy See, Baron Rivalry, which is obviously Deadly Dispute, Rauben Bull of Alamigo in the number art, which is cool, Wandering Minstrel, Choco Secret Paradise, Louis Theroux's Sacrifice, Wild Rose Rebellion, otherwise known as Counterspell, The Regalia, Hugo Cupcake, Memories Returning, and Golbear's Crystal Collector, which is not a bad haul, things said and done. Knights of the Round is really cool. In particular, we've got that wicked Phoenix art, which is really nice. There's some Louis Theroux Sacrifice is excellent. Firian Swordsmaster is great in the deck I want to build. Baron's Rivalry is really fun. Rauben's also really cool. Some very cool cards. Knights of the Round. I have to figure out which decks I can put that in. I'm quite excited for that one. It's immediately going back in my Galadriel deck. And this is just, again, look how beautiful these two are. Gorgeous. This is some nice stuff. But I think that will do it for us today. Thank you very much for coming and tuning in on this one. Hope you enjoyed this. A little bit different as far as content goes, but I enjoyed doing that one. Have a look one last time at our beautiful box that all of these things will be going inside. Look at that beautiful shiny thing. But for now, guys, have a good one. Stay happy, healthy, wherever you are. We'll see you next time.